Hello, fellow classmates. My name is Denise Johnson, and I am majoring in health education and health promotion. Very excited about being in this well-being class. I'm also excited about the discussions that we'll have together. I decided to come out of my comfort zone and do a video instead of typing out my answers, which would have been so much easier. Anyway, I'll go ahead and answer the three prompt questions that we're doing in this assignment. The first question asks, what do you consider optimal well-being? Well-being for me is balancing all three aspects of my being, which is my mind, my body, and my spirit. Making sure that I'm intentional to pay attention to all three areas as they are all important. I consider dealing with depression. So if I was depressed, that is a mind issue. It would also affect my body. I would be fatigued, laying around, probably eating too much, isolating myself from people, which would also affect my spirit. I'm a relational person, so I love to be around people. Once I get to the point of isolation, that affects how I feel in my spirit. So all three play a huge role in our well-being. Number two, what are you curious to learn about with regard to well-being at this point in your life? What I'm curious about and what I want to learn more about is techniques that I can use to maintain balance in all three areas, as well as be able to give other people these same techniques that I would be using that are helpful to me. I'd like to learn what well-being is not. What myths are there out there that I need to avoid or look out for? Because I want to make sure that I am getting correct information as well as passing on correct information. Third question, what do you want to know about your classmates to improve your connections? To me, your culture is very important. Who you grew up with, who you grew up around, because those people in those situations, they mold behaviors and beliefs. They determine what we like, what we don't like, how we feel about a certain person or a certain thing. I would also like to learn from my peers about techniques that they use, if any, to prevent and or maintain stress. And I can just use an example of, driving to work and trying to get there and hearing sirens behind you, a police officer pulling you over. That would definitely cause anxiety. Whether you were speeding, you got a light out, you're not even really sure what you're being pulled over for, but you know you're being pulled over by a police officer, causing some anxiety, your heart starts to beat, you start to get flushed, you're nervous. So what techniques could we share that will help a person be able to maintain themselves where they are before they go into overload of stress? Is there something that you say to yourself? Do you count to 10? Are there breathing techniques? What is it that we can do to help us be able to maintain our composure in something as high stressful as being pulled over by a police officer? Anyway, I look forward to the remainder of the semester, what we're going to learn, how we're going to engage, the discussions we're going to have. So I wish you all well as you go through the rest of the semester, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.